I have a second channel, Cube Comp MTDX. Hey everybody. So in my recent new Facebook layout rant video, you may have heard me discuss how one of the things I dislike about not just the new Facebook layout, but a lot of websites in general, is the extreme overuse of Sego UI on Windows computers. So a lot of websites, like for example, weather.com being one of them, Facebook another, Twitter another. I mean, I could just name off a bunch of sites, but anyways, there's a lot of websites out there on the internet that seem to just default to your system font whenever you visit their site. So if you're on a Windows computer, you're going to be seeing the page in Sego. Whereas if you're on, let's say, a Chromebook, you'll most likely see it in Roboto. If you're using a Mac, you'll see it in you'll see the page in Apple's default font. I forget the name off the top of my head, but you'll see it in their font, for example. So I found a extension for Chrome that can take care of this problem. If you absolutely hate a certain font, you can change it using FontSwap. Now, this video is not sponsored by them. I think recently I did make a post on the QQ page on Facebook about how I don't much care for a lot of these big channels these days talking about this video is sponsored by so-and-so. So anyways, I've already installed the extension, but you can just look it up on Google. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description, but if I don't, you can just look it up on the internet. It's FontSwap for Google Fonts. So what this does is it allows you, I think pretty much any website, to change the default font to a Google font. So if you hate Roboto, you could change to a different Google font, let's say Open Sans. Or if you are like me and just dislike the excessive overuse of Sego, more or less the new Comic Sans out there, you can change it. So we're going to demonstrate this on Windows.com. As you can see, it has Sego UI. It's had Sego UI for about, I'll say, 2 years now. So we're going to change it to Open Sans. So interestingly enough, I think the Weather Channel used to use Open Sans or one of those similar fonts. I think it was a Google font there for a while. And I think before that they were using Tahoma. For a while they was using like Arial. But anyways, so if you're like me and you dislike the font that's being used on a particular website, you can change it. So we're going to do it now. We'll go up here and select the extension for FontSwap, and sometimes you may have to reload the web page to get to populate. So you can there's a whole lot of fonts here you can choose from. I'm going to actually choose Open Sans. I'll just search for it. Open Sans, and if I select it, watch what happens to the website. So much better. So yeah, there we are. You can see it completely changed the typeface. It got rid of Sego UI, and now we have Open Sans. I personally like this typeface a lot better than Sego. Number one, because well, Sego was plastered all inside Windows and Office. So I get tired enough of looking at it. But when I go to, for example, websites, I first see something else. So here we are. We have Open Sans on weather.com. This makes the site look very similar to what it used to look like. Yeah, before Weather Channel did their most recent website redesign, which I think took place back around 2018 or late 2017, sometime around then. Before that, the previous web page, the web design, I think was using Open Sans, because it looks very similar now to what it used to look like. So it makes it a lot easier, at least in my opinion. I know everybody has their own personal preference, but one thing I do recommend is if you're like me and you just absolutely hate the new Facebook layout, go ahead and install this extension and switch over to Open Sans on Facebook. Believe me, you'll like it. It looks a lot better. So if you refresh the page, it stays. I think if you close it out, it should stay as well. Let's try it. And the font changes automatically apply, so that's good to know. So if you want to change a font on a given web page, this is the extension to go for. Now I think it's limited to just Google Fonts, but as you may have seen, there was quite a few fonts that you could choose from in there. So I'm sure you'll be able to find a font that would suit your preference. So anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this little video. Thanks for watching. Well, everybody, that's it for this video, but don't forget there's a lot more interesting stuff on the channel to check out. Also, if this is your first time visiting this channel, feel free to subscribe to keep your channel, and also don't forget to tick the bell so that way you'll get notified of new video posts. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, but if you really didn't like it, there is the alternative option available as well. Also, feel free to check out my second channel, CubeComp MTDX. There you'll find videos about bicycling, weather, elevator tours, and all sorts of other neat, interesting stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to come back, and thank you for your support.